Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking about the best liquid foundations. Now before we make a start, let me just say that liquid foundations have never been my favourite thing to use. I prefer cream foundations hands down because I think cream foundations I think they blend better into the skin and I just prefer working with them. But it doesn't mean that liquid foundations aren't good, it's just my preference has always been for creams. So let's just make a start. The first one we're going to talk about is Clinique Even Better Foundation. It's a very, very good liquid foundation. It has a light to medium coverage on the skin and it looks really, really nice. The shade range is also very good, though as with all shade ranges, it's impossible to say whether, because I may think some are too yellow or too pink and you may think they're just perfect. So I tend to stay away from the shade ranges because to each his own. But the Clinique Even Better Foundation, while it can't really make your skin more even in terms of the ingredients after you've kind of washed it off, they're really not going to make much of an impact on your skin. It's still a lovely foundation. Two that I really like are by Makeup Atelier Paris. And the first one is the waterproof foundation. Now this is best for somebody with oily skin or normal skin, or combination. It really is quite waterproof and you need to bear that in mind. The finish to this is a matte finish and it can be incredibly difficult to remove, much like the gel version that I mentioned in the previous video. They are waterproof without a doubt, but they're also very good, and this will give you medium to full coverage. The other one, which is more suited to normal skin to slightly dry skin, is the moisturizing sort of foundation, the water-based one. A very good foundation, giving you that same kind of medium coverage, but with a kinder finish to the skin. It's sort of demi-matte, it's not matte like the waterproof one. And even though Makeup Atelier Paris doesn't get the same kind of press that MAC does, that Makeup Forever do, their products are absolutely phenomenal. So you really should consider taking a look at those if you're looking for long-lasting products. Bobbi Brown Even Skin. The funny thing with the Bobbi Brown foundations, other than the fact that I am going to say it, I think some of them really are too yellow, but I said I wouldn't say that. The thing that I find most frustrating with Bobbi Brown is that every foundation she brings out, she says, this one actually looks like skin. But the one before that, she said, it actually looks like skin. So I get really fed up with those kind of looks like skin. All foundations to a certain extent should look like and mimic your own skin, but that's really got to do with technique as well. But the Bobbi Brown Even Skin Foundation is a beautiful foundation. It's sheer to light coverage, it's buildable, it's good for all skin types I think, and it looks wonderful on. The shade ranges, like I said, are very yellow, so if you are, you're looking for a real yellow based foundation, you can't really go too wrong with this. I think it's the best liquid foundation that she's done when you compare it to the other ones. Illamasqua Skin Base. I was very lucky that one of the girls at the Illamasqua counter sent me some to try, and she sent me a lot, and it is a beautiful foundation. Light coverage can be built to sort of medium, but you would need quite a lot of it. The skin colouring, as far as everyone's concerned, they do very light and very dark, which is a wonderful thing. Good for all skin types, so if you're looking for that kind of light foundation, you can't really go too wrong here. And if you're looking for one that is extremely full coverage, covering birthmarks, tattoos, scars, then the Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation is by far the most full coverage foundation I've used in terms of liquids. A tiny bit goes a very long way, and the best thing about this is you can shear it down to next to nothing with some moisturizer. So you would put like a drop on the back of your hand and then 4 times the amount of moisturizer, and you would then get a tinted moisturizer or a light coverage foundation. Absolutely amazing, so definitely one to think about because it will last you a very long time. As I mentioned before, the Avon Ideal Flawless Foundation, absolutely brilliant. One of the best things about the deeper shade, the very deepest shade they do, is that they have removed the sunscreen from it. And this is a good thing because the sunscreen can make the foundation sometimes go a little bit more ashy. So it's been removed from the deeper shade, which is wonderful. Offers light to medium coverage, looks like skin, goes on like next to nothing. It's this and I think probably Makeup Forever HD are two of the foundations that really can claim to be a HD foundation. Okay, let's get on to MAC. The first one is MAC Match Master Foundation. Very good foundation because they've combined the yellow and the pink and given us neutral colours, which is wonderful. Good for most skin types. I really like the Match Master foundation. I think it's one of the best ones that MAC do. Beautiful, beautiful liquid foundation and good for all skin types. The next one is MAC Face and Body. I love Face and Body. I think what I love most about Face and Body is the amount they give you. Thank God they give you so much. A beautiful thing. It can separate, which is a bit of a problem sometimes, but don't worry about it too much. Give it a damn good shake and it should be fine. Great foundation if you've got combination and dry skin, because it gives that moist, dewy finish on the skin. If you haven't tried Face and Body, you really should, because it's an excellent foundation. And Studio Sculpt is a medium to full coverage foundation. If you use like a Kabuki brush or the MAC 109, you can get absolutely flawless photographic skin with it. So that's something to think about as well. Revlon Color Stay. I remember Revlon Color Stay from years and years back, 14 years back now. Very, very good foundation. Not the best foundation for those of you with dry skin, but for oily skin, you're looking for a matte foundation that's going to last all day, then this is a great one to try. I love Revlon Color Stay and I've got a video coming up on it soon. Makeup Forever HD foundation. With HD foundations, they can claim to be HD if they're invisible to an HD camera. A tinted moisturizer, for example, could claim to be HD. But the thing with the Makeup Forever version is that it can actually cover. It can cover problems on the skin and still look flawless in the camera, whether it be photography or videos. It's a wonderful, wonderful foundation. Best suited to those of us with combination to slightly oily skin, maybe slightly dry at the best, but still a great foundation with a wonderful shade range. If you've got gorgeous skin, good skin, you just need a little bit of coverage, then Makeup Forever Face and Body is a wonderful one. You get more product, which is great. It is sheer, but it dries to the most beautiful finish and can be used on the body as well, which is lovely. Okay, so thanks for listening. The next video, which you'll see soon, is on the cream foundations, and they're much more my cup of tea because, as I said, I love creams and I work with these, so it's much easier for me to talk to you about them, because while I've used all of these foundations and the Makeup for Atelier ones I've used over and over again, I do prefer cream foundations. But I think it's a good thing as well on here in the comments to leave your comments with regards to what your favorite liquid foundations are. And just before I go, Estee Lauder Double Wear. I know a lot of people talk about Estee Lauder. It's okay, I've used it, I didn't think it was brilliant. I know people love that foundation. It just wasn't for me, but again, I'm not a big fan of liquid foundations because I just prefer creams. But all the ones I've mentioned here I think are excellent, and leave your comments with others, particularly drugstore brands, because I don't tend to use those. So leaving comments that are your best drugstore ones will help lots of other people too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.